It's now time for Trivia Tracks with yours truly, Price Robertson. This edition of Trivia Tracks is brought to you by Ouachita Valley Respiratory Care, where you can breathe a little easier, and Beth Smith at Edward Jones. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC. Nicknamed the Wizard of the Keyboard, Frankie Carle was one of the most loved big band leaders of his generation. He was born Francesco Nunzio Carlone in Providence, Rhode Island on March 25, 1903. The son of a factory worker who could not afford a piano, Frankie practiced on a dummy keyboard devised by his uncle, pianist Nicholas Colangelo, until he found a damaged instrument in a dance hall. In 1916, the teenager began working with his uncle's band, as well as a number of local bands in the Rhode Island area. To gain further popularity at a time when prejudices against many Italian Americans were still common, Frankie did what many singers, such as Dean Martin and Jerry Vale, did during this period. He changed his last name from Carlone to Carle. He started out working with many dance bands during the Jazz Age, including Edwin J. McAnally's orchestra from 1924 to 1929. After a brief stint with Mal Hellett in 1934, Frankie Carle formed his own orchestra and was billed in an ad for one nightclub as America's greatest pianist. In 1939, he received attention when he joined Horace Height's orchestra, serving as co-leader. But 1 year earlier, he composed what would become his signature song, Sunrise Serenade, which hit number 1 on the charts and sold over 1 million copies. The popularity he attained while with Height's band allowed him to leave the band in 1944, giving him a second chance to form his own band, simply called the Frankie Carle Orchestra. His daughter, Marjorie Hughes, joined as the band's vocalist, but he did not reveal the relationship until Walter Winchell published it. On the radio, he served as pianist for the Four Bells in transcribed programs that were distributed by the World Broadcasting System. In the mid-1940s, Carle and singer Alan Jones headlined the Old Gold Show for CBS Radio, and was featured on other radio programs such as Treasure Chest and the Chesterfield Supper Club. His orchestra disbanded after 1955, and he performed mainly as a soloist thereafter. Even in his later years, he maintained a close following of loyal fans. In 1989, he was inducted into the Big Band and Jazz Hall of Fame. Frankie Carle died of natural causes on March 7, 2001, a few weeks shy of his 98th birthday. Till next time, I'm Price Robertson. Amazed by today's trivia? Then join me every Monday through Friday morning for Trivia Tracks on Fox Sports Camden 97.1.